Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your brother in the struggle coming right back at you again in the spiritual struggle. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this video is going to be real short. I would like for you to take a look at the links that I will send you, because I prove what I say here. Just like the Apostle Paul clearly states in the Bible. Okay? It says, prove all things and keep the good ones as we live, as we go in this journey called life. Ladies and gentlemen, when humanity was first put here on this earth, as I have told you many times, man sinned against its creator. Okay, and ever since then, men started dying. He sinned through the process of what? Disobedience, rebellion, and believing in a lie, following the liar, and putting lies into practice. We have become this is the last generation. We have become a generation of the believing in the lies. Okay? Being guided by the liars. And there's an old verse in the Bible that Christ said, okay, if the blind leads the blind, they will both fall onto the ditch. So ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you real quick right now, when we die, it's just a pause in our existence. Okay? Until the judgment. Do you want to be part of what you was created for? Your physical and your spiritual potential? Or you just want to live out this life? Live the most, have as much fun as you can, according to a twisted perception of fun. Because just in case you didn't know, we live on a alternate evil reality, which was brought on by the evil masters. Ladies and gentlemen, I got the 10 commandments right behind me. That's all it takes for you to be saved. Okay? Believe the law, and it comes down to 2. Love thy God with all your heart, with all your might, and with all your mind. And the second one is, love thy brethren as thyself. And that's what I do. Okay? Hence, I bring these videos to you to hopefully wake you up from the sleep that you've been put under. You've been giving more than the blue pill. Okay? They don't want to give you the red pill. Under this evil matrix, real matrix. The matrix is real, ladies and gentlemen. Even though they make you believe in the movies that it was just a movie. It's not real. That was the whole point of it. You fools. Let me ask you this. Close your eyes for 1 second and just imagine that you are God, that you are part of the God family. Okay? Will you allow men who have completely destroyed this earth, have polluted this earth, okay, exponentially, with chemtrails, the forever chemicals in our water, fluoride, the the hormones that they put in our food, in the meat, the sweetener, okay, the red 4 chemicals that they put in the juice that your kids drink. Ladies and gentlemen, please wake up. You live on a line that lied to your face, and I'm gonna prove it to you. They lied to your face. You know why? Because that's the dynamics of lying. That is the power of lying. That is the art of lying. See, they've been lying to you so many times. They've been lying to you for so many years that you don't even catch when they lie to your face. And they do this by design, by the way. It is called the art of duality. Okay? So this trip, Artemis 2, and we all know, I told you what Artemis means. She is the Greek goddess of hunting. Who else was a hunter? Think about it. Who else was an evil hunter whose generation is supposedly in control in these last days? Esau. We are living under an Edomite system. No wonder we act like rebellious kids. So supposedly the Artemis crew came back, and as you can see, everything was a movie. No one else was supposed to come close and film anything. Talk about transparency. You understand, ladies and gentlemen, you've been bamboozled for many years, and you love it. It's not funny anymore, ladies and gentlemen. See, what I bring to you here is a reality. So the Greek goddess of hunting, of virginity, is Artemis. Whether it's Artemis 1, Artemis 2, it doesn't matter. Okay? She's the twin sister of Apollo. What does that tell you? Apollyon, ladies and gentlemen, is Satan in Greek. Apollyon in the Greek language is Satan. See? So everything has been shown to you, but you don't see it because you have been worked. You have been programmed not to believe anything outside of the matrix, not to come out of the box. If they tell you that the earth, if they've been telling you for many years that the earth is a globe, that's what you better believe. If they've been telling you that you have come, well, actually they've been confusing humanity. Okay? Because in one hand, they speak, the devil speaks from both sides of his mouth. On the left-hand side, he tells you, according to the book of Species, written by Charles Darwin, okay, we are animals. And that justifies our behavior. You understand? It is a freaking joke. Humanity is behaving like little naughty kids. Because they love to follow the devil. Because on the other hand, on one hand they show you the theory of evolution, and on the other hand they tell you what? The same money that says that in God we trust, pay for them to teach you that in your university. You see? You see how the confusion how they play on you with keeping you in a confused state of mind, which is by design. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, please do not get away from the obvious. Again, let us make believe that you are God. Will you allow men who have polluted this earth to be on any of your heavenly body? Of course not. And there are none anyway. The moon is a plasma. No man can go there. The moon was created to shine a light to light in the night and the stars. What? The next time they're going to tell you they're going to go to the stars and you're going to believe it? When the stars are actually spiritual beings. Whether you want to believe it or not. Okay? So ladies and gentlemen, please. Artemis is a distraction. The Epstein files was a distraction to keep you from knowing there was coming to the United States of America. The United States of America is about to be destroyed. Okay? The United States of America is about to be gone. You understand? Okay? This war that's been happening in the Middle East with Iran, who are the descendants of the Persian Empire, God himself will make sure that the United States, who is the second beast in the Bible, pays dearly for what they have done. Not to Iran, to what they've done to the whole world. What they did in Vietnam, what they've done in Latin America, with all the drug trafficking and everything. Okay, and instead, they have followed the lies. Okay? Because the people that are in control in America, the Jewish people control America, ladies and gentlemen. The Federal Reserve is controlled by the Rothschild and Rockefeller. Okay, it's an association of bankers. And they have nothing to do with the government. And they will destroy the dollar very, very soon. America is in the way of the New World Order. America is self-destructing itself by following a lie. You see what I'm saying? Oh, we're saving God's people, when in reality, Israel is not God's people. They tell you themselves. They are Kabbalists. They practice the Kabbalah. Okay? They believe in the Talmud, it tells you, they believe that Christ is burning in hell, in excrement. And the Virgin Mary was a undignified, promiscuous, disgusting prostitute woman that slept with a certain Roman soldier, where Christ came out of as a bastard. Ladies and gentlemen, this whole world is in deep, literally deep, deep trouble. This last generation is excuseless. See? Because he walks around with a phone. But again, the duality factor. They give you a phone, but they keep you distracted with it. Instead of you doing, that's why I tell you, do not subscribe to my channel. Do not subscribe to my channel unless you do your research and see. That's why I send you the receipts. That's why I send you links so that you see what I'm talking about. I mean, there's a guy there, he's not even religious. He's not religious. His videos are about his selling information. This, my channel is not about selling anything. It's giving you the truth. For the truth is given to you freely. If it was given to me freely, I will give it to you freely, and you spread it, and so on. Okay? This is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? But just know that you have been lied to in so many ways, in so many different levels. It's not even funny. America is the most naive nation upon this planet. In fact, the United States was robbed back in 1913 by the creation of the IRS and the Federal Reserve. They made a deal with the devil. And once you make a deal with the devil, you cannot get out of it. Okay? So please, and if not, ask the Hollywood artists. Let them open their mouth and see what's going to happen to them. That is the nature of, that is the essence and nature of the people that control Hollywood, who are Freemasons, and they control everything, ladies and gentlemen. Some people want to be asleep, and it's understandable. They don't even want to look at history. They don't want to be looking at nothing. They just believe what they believe. Just like in the case of Cain, God told Cain, why is your resemblance, your semblance down? Why are you, if you've done right, wouldn't you be rewarded for it? But if you've done evil, the devil is at the door. Where is that brother? And then he lied on top of it. He lied to God, ladies and gentlemen. See what I'm saying? We are so ridiculous. Say, what? Am I my brother's keeper? Do you understand? And that's exactly what we find ourselves in right now, ladies and gentlemen. Humanity is completely lost. He only thinks about what? He only thinks about pleasures of the flesh. That's all. So once again, please take a look at the links that I will send you. I love you all. I do this because I love you all. And I pray for you all. Because if you know this truth, the devil is looking and he's not too happy. You all take care, brothers and sisters. Until then, God bless.